2-hour sandwich between Fort Worth and Dallas, Texas, and Arlington at the luxurious AT&T Stadium. Tonight, it's a preseason matchup between the Cleveland Browns and the Dallas Cowboys. Blankenship out to kick off. Here's Smith to return it. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. In for the sack, Myles Garrett. They'll look to throw here. Under pressure, they got him again. They'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's 3rd down. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
And he's going to go down again. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4th. Out now comes the Cowboys punter. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. And he'll just punch it out of there, and it's not a great kick. They call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And the Browns have a short field in front of them now as they take over 1st and 10. Boy, nowhere to go at all on that 1st down run as they will get to him behind the line of scrimmage.
How about the job there on the outside? Shed the wide receiver and was able to make the tackle on the perimeter.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Man open, that's Anthony Schwartz. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
From the gun on 3rd down, Dugan. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he is going to have a Browns 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Operating from the gun, Dugan. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. To throw on 3rd down, Dugan. Got a man, and Schwartz complete. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3.
His passing's been on point on this drive, hasn't it? Been very accurate, gotten the ball downfield, gained nice chunks of yardage. But now, in this situation, the field is really...
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Browns have taken the early lead. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. So this drive spans 7 plays, and it ends with a 3-yard scoring run. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. On the return, here comes Smith out of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
And good pressure defensively to stop him for a loss of a couple. And there's also a flag to go with it. That's on the guard, Connor Williams. Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. He'll look to throw. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. Call it a gain of 3 on the play. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11. He felt the pressure coming there. That was a good job of just making something out of nothing, so to speak.
Yeah, it took the hit and still made the play. You know, when we talk about runners, all right, and on running plays, runs after contact, we call that getting dirty yards, tough, gritty ones. To me, that's like the version of a dirty pass. He knows he's going to get smacked, yet still delivers the football and picks up good yardage.
After 7-0 on EA Sports. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. A 40-yard punt, 1 yard on the return, and the Browns will take over 1st and 10. Second drive coming up here for Cleveland as they return to the field on offense. They have to be thrilled with that first drive. They got them the touchdown. Now they'll be looking to make it a 2-score advantage here on the road.
And you know they spent all week in practice, in meetings, talking about taking an early advantage. Being the road team, going up a score, that takes the crowd out of the game and puts some doubt in the minds of their opponents.
So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 as they're down to the 29-yard line. Looking for the end zone. And that is incomplete.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And he'll be brought down at about the 25 after a pickup of 4.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he is out of bounds. Looks like right at the 15.
I'm not sure that was necessarily a safety valve or a check down throw on 3rd down. Sometimes just try and find the open guy and get him the ball. He did exactly that and found a way to pick up a first down.
And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Akeem Hicks that time on the tackle.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or also just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
To throw on 2nd down, Dugan. And it's caught. And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds, right at the 3.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a 2-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
All runners count on their eyes to find the gaps and creases, to find open space.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. A great effort there. Ready for the regular season with his 2nd touchdown of the game. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. And he clanks it off the right upright. And it's no good. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And Smith chooses not to return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25. Dallas offense set for this next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Oh, wide open, complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now a give right side. Donald, he'll get only a couple down to the 44.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defense in front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times.
And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And, partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's a game plan that they've had so far because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now, we'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. 9 yards on the carry, but it's going to lead to a 4th down.
As much as I praise teams for being true to who they are, in this situation, I wonder if maybe they outguessed themselves a little bit. 3rd down, seemed like an obvious passing situation. They chose to run it and didn't get anywhere close to the 1st down.
That's it, baby. We got one.
There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. We're in the 2nd quarter. They've got the lead. The lead, though, not so much because of the ground game, because of their air attack, Charles.
So what they're seeing so far is the possibility of things loosening up later in the ground game. Through the air first, maybe they have to start respecting that even more as the game goes on, and then there will be running lanes to find later.
Yeah, try to get him more involved here on this drive maybe. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from arm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. Looking to throw. Dugan. Flushed out right. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Back to throw. Dugan. And he will find his man Schwartz. That's complete.
Here we go.
And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. 2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And incomplete on the deep ball. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the 2nd quarter. Yeah, the Cowboys here on 3rd down bringing in an extra defensive back. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Escaping the pressure right. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a 1st down. They'll look to throw again. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Back to throw again. He'll find Schwartz complete right side. Touchdown, Browns! Anthony Schwartz in the final seconds of the first half. And the Browns would extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And that pushes the lead up to an even 20. So that drive, 80 yards, 9 plays. And it ends with a touchdown for Cleveland. So not much time to work with here. 9 seconds remain in the half as this one is away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And with only 9 seconds remaining, well, not much time, we'll see how they play this. Into the secondary, past the 40. And an anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. They'll throw now on the final play. He's got his receiver, Cooper. And he takes this way down, deep into Cleveland territory. You want the third quarter already? No problem. Let's do it.
Both of these coaching staffs with some big decisions to make coming up as the preseason draws to a close. This second half is going to be filled with a lot of evaluation. And to bring it your way, we go back to Brandon Gaudin.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Browns offense getting set to go to work here to start the third. And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Dugan. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
When you're running the slant, timing is everything, and against that man coverage, there's no space available, and incompletion as a result.
And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. Off play action. Dugan gets this one to Juszczyk. And he is going to have a Browns first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, let's be honest about the whole thing. When you're looking for a reliable set of hands on 3rd down, the first thought is often not fullback. But that's who they turn to there, and he does a nice job of securing the football and picking up the first down.
Flush to his right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
When you look at the scoreboard, you'd think they'd be pretty comfortable right now with this lead, but these guys are absolutely not going to let up. They want to increase their lead, and they want to do it with a big play. Unable to connect in that attempt.
And that will be incomplete. You know, last week I remember asking you, what would an offensive coordinator be looking for week 2 of the preseason? Now we're in week 3. Defensive coordinator-wise, what's he looking at?
For the most part in preseason, you're playing pretty basic stuff, pretty vanilla defenses. You're looking for guys that play with abandon, that just go out and make plays. You kind of let their athletic ability take over in order for you to notice them.
Now on 4th down, they throw the deep ball, but he'll have a tough time living that one down. It's one thing, Charles, to drop a pass. It's quite another to drop it on 4th down.
And so many teams work on that in terms of locking in on those key downs. You know, I've seen that.
They're looking for Lamb, but it's intercepted. Picked off at the 36.
Pick 6, baby. Let's get this.
And right about now, you start to think, and maybe they're starting to think, gosh, maybe points aren't going to happen for us in this game.
Well, it's a thought that is worth having because so far in this game, this defense has not just had the upper hand. They've appeared to be a step ahead, maybe even 2 steps to everything they've done. They've had an answer for everything this offense has thrown at them.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. Third quarter on a Monday night with a 2nd and 10 coming up. To throw again, Dugan. Throw left side, there's Schwartz with it. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. Back in the first quarter, you said it, they need to avoid the big play, but he just got a big one right there.
You can't relax. You know, we talked about in the first quarter, but as the game progresses, still opportunities, and he took advantage of one there.
And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep...
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Taking it in from 2 yards out, and the Browns add 6 to their lead. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And that stretches the lead all the way up to 27. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. And Smith not going to bring it out, so it's a touchback. Here's the Dallas offense now heading back out onto the field. And last time, 1-play interceptions. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see when they decide to do a play caller. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. As we surmise, Charles, most of the starting unit's still out there for this third quarter. First time this preseason that they played into the second half.
And that's by design. Most of the time by this point of the preseason, you want them to go into the half, cool down, and then come back out and warm up to start the third quarter like you would a regular season game. That's exactly what they wanted to get done.
Out now comes the Cowboys punter as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. Now a hit and a loose football. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And this is going to be brought back for a fumble return touchdown by the Cowboys. But that's got to be so disappointing for a defense. You know, you force the fumble, think you got a chance at a turnover, and instead, not only do you give up the football, you also give up a touchdown as well.
Yeah, you just think to yourself, you've done all the hard work, right? You forced the fumble, but when they didn't come up with it, I think they relaxed a little bit or maybe lost their focus as well. And it ended up turning out to be a touchdown against them.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. And the Browns getting set to go. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Dugan, they'll roll him out right. Going to throw right side here, complete. And he finally is out of bounds, but he's down inside the 20-yard line. A big play that time for Cleveland.
I think we already know that this guy's going to be ready when they ring the bell for week 1. That play, almost routine for him, but still, nice to know that he's still got it.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Kelvin Joseph. And the Cowboys are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 7. And he's a high draft pick, so maybe a bit of a mulligan, but you never want to throw a preseason interception, especially as a rookie.
No, but this is the time to do it, right? Let's get the kinks out. He's still got to learn how to read coverages, still has to learn the entire offense, has to see how he fits with the players around him. The bottom line is what you said right in the beginning. He's a high draft pick. They want him on the field sooner rather than later, so let's keep giving him some reps and seeing what they have.
1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. And that'll do it for the end of the third quarter. You're watching preseason football on EA Sports. And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. He's got this one complete to Fountain. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. They've got a chance now to put this game away following that last defensive stop and punt. They go play action here on 1st down. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. The Browns on 3rd down. They've been excellent, 6 for 7. This is 3rd and 10. Off the play fake. Ross. He finds Watson. It's caught. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era, and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
And he gets it down close to the 10-yard line. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. Back to throw. Ross got a man, and he hits him in stride. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up 4th down. Off the bootleg. Ross looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Schwartz. And he takes this down to about the 2 before going out of bounds. Looking to throw. Ross. Eluding the pressure right. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Hey, a sidebar worth noting is that preseason cuts have changed. So week 3 that we're in right now, the preseason, I think, what'd you say, the roster's going to stay at 90 instead of going down to 75 this year?
That's exactly right, Brandon, because in the past, just what you said, this game here, at the end of week 3, or game 3, you would cut the roster down to
touchdown. It's complete. A 2-yard touchdown grab, and the Browns add on to their lead. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere. And the Browns' pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. It looks like a 12-yard loss there on the first down sack. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 20. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Browns defense has a touchdown.
Touchdown City, baby.
That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
Extra point by Blankenship is up and good, and that will extend this big lead. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. The Cowboys about set to take over on offense. And fresh off the pick six, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
It all comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of emerges out of me for some reason.
It's deep in there, right? The Cowboys on third down. A pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. And the throw there going to be incomplete. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 4th down situation with things not looking particularly rosy. Fair catch called for and made at about the 32-yard line. We call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll work this forward for about 3. It's 2nd down.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
2nd down at 7. That one looks like he'll throw here. And this is incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Now Ross to throw on 3rd down. He's going to have the hook up to Schwartz. And he is going to have a Browns 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. From the gun, Ross. He's going to wind up and air it out. And this one is incomplete. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jail.
And he can't escape, and down he goes. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long. Back to throw. Ross. He's going to let this one go deep. And that's caught inside the 30. And he takes this down deep on the Cowboys side of the field. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. So now with 6 seconds remaining, we get a timeout on the field. To throw is Ross. Looking to throw on 2nd down. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I'm looking at this with my defensive eyeglasses on because you remember the old days when a tight end saw a linebacker covering him and thought he had a mismatch? But the way they can run nowadays, not necessarily so. They gave it a shot downfield. That one incomplete.
On 3rd down, Dugan. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it.